Welcome to the Bullring presented by Turn 1 High Performance Steering Products. Their logo and their great products for your race car or street car are at turn1steering.com. I'm Jim Tretow. Thanks for joining us here on the Bullring. A great show once again lined up for you. Kody Swanson joins us. He bagged 50 grand by winning his second Open Wheel Showdown. It's a great race they put on this past Saturday at the Las Vegas Bullring. We'll talk to him after showing you some cool race highlights too. Wing sprints on pavement. My goodness, stay tuned for that alone just to see how crazy that got with Kody bagging the big one. We also have Save22.vet. Representatives Brad Brown joining us, as well as Misty Melo. Brad's Carson Brown's dad. Carson done some great things in short track racing. Also raising awareness for Save22.vet, or a veterans organization that helps out veterans with PTSD. Pepperjack Kennels and Misty Melos have gotten involved now. They're going to train a dog, and hopefully we can help support them by raising funds to get the dog trained in the hands of a deserving veteran. We'll talk to both of them here in the program as well. And it was the last weekend for the Appalachian Sucker Punch ASA Stars National Tour this past weekend. It all came down in Nashville in the All-American 400 to decide a race winner and a champion. Let's find out who won the race, and we'll talk to the champ after this on the Bullring.
Lebanon, Tennessee's Dawson Sutton. Nova Scotia, Cole Butcher, the champ, lead us to the green flag in the All-American 400 through the Racing Electronics restart zone for the first time, and here we go at Nashville.
Even though they set a new track record, as we've got problems here on the front stretch, guys. I'll set it back up to you.
First caution of the All-American 400 is for Levon Vandergeest of Wisconsin. Here, racing with Connor Jones, the Virginian. Levon just had a little bit of a tail wag there, and Jones has some damage from the contact as well.
Steckley does go a lap down, but as Butcher crosses the line, the Stars flag waves, the end of stage number 1. At the All-American today, Stage 1 brought to you by Rackley Roofing, $500 to Cole Butcher.
Going back live to see what's going on pit road. Our leaders are in, Charlie Kroll.
Yeah, Jim, we're in the pit stall of our leader, Cole Butcher, and I just got done talking to Bon Suss, and he said, you know, the car is really pretty good, just a tick tight. We're going to make a very small adjustment to loosen them up. It's interesting, though, he said, every time we have a caution, the car kind of comes back to neutral, and then the longer that we run, it goes to a tick on the tight side. So you're making an adjustment to try to keep it closer to neutral for Cole. But right now, everybody down on my section of the pit road right here, adding some fuel, putting on 4 fresh tires.
A Butcher firing through the Racing Electronics restart zone. We're back underway.
No, they stacked up a little bit, and the reason was the 26 of Sutton kind of got a little bit early on the start in 4, so he had to check up. When he checked up, that inside lane all stacked up behind him, having a great day in the 5. Penn Sauter, one of the more impressive runs I've seen as he gets scooted up the banking by the 81 of Brown.
Penn's probably saying, what did I do?
And now we have a yellow and a spin for Penn Sauter. Sauter was having a good run. Johnny Brazier's gone around in the 71. Unrelated accident for Brazier. We're thinking maybe some fluid on the racetrack because we had a few go around at about the same time. Big smoke going into turn 3. It's going to be for the 69 of Michael Hind, who is slowed on our front straightaway. Big puff of smoke down in the 3rd corner. The yellow flag waving, precautionary measure there in case he's putting fluid down on the racetrack for the Hernando, Florida driver, Michael Hind.
Yeah, guys, a lot of activity down here on pit road. I was just about to ask you guys if you thought this would be a great time to come and take that final set of tires. And these guys, these races answered for us. It is the right time. They're all going to do it. And I think the reason that you're seeing the leaders come and do it, a guy like Cole Butcher can't gamble that someone running 10th is going to come and grab that track position. And I don't know that 20 laps on these tires is going to be enough to make a huge difference 60 laps into the run. So I think this is exactly the only call that these guys had. And we'll follow up with Bon Suss after we're done here to see them if they've made any big changes on this race car. I don't know.
They've made big strides on the 15 of Summers today, and a change for the lead at the front of the field. All of a sudden, Dawson Sutton is back out front, first time in a long time.
The locals, the fans, they're on their feet for Lebanon, Tennessee's Dawson Sutton takes charge here in Nashville. Stage 2 has come to a close here in Nashville. Back to the gas to decide it. Dawson Sutton with a better run off of turn number 4.
Clean restart that time as Sutton did go first. Nasty trying to hold on to the outside lane, was in third. Majeski running the low side, and they're 2x2 all the way to the end of the field.
Outside of those 12 tires, you don't have a backup tire. You don't have another tire you can put, another new tire you can put on here if one goes flat or if a set doesn't agree with the race car. So what they've had to do is they have gone to the tires that they had on previous to this set. This is the set that they ran from lap 110 to lap 220. So
after the tire change last one, we probably hit something with the right front, knocked a big chunk out of it. Just car got really, really tight. We didn't know what happened to it until we come and pitted, put the old tires back on. And with us in the back here, now we'll put, some of the good ones back on. We just didn't know which one was bad. So unfortunately, probably hit something on the racetrack and it took a big chunk out of it and was losing air, getting the car too tight. So we'll have to battle back here best we can.
Brown shown in third at the cross the line that time. However, Majeski slips back now. Oh, and then some contact. Brown sideways saves it.
The third in points and to victory lane in Nashville. The guitar goes to Dawson Sutton.
Yeah, definitely this one. It's so close to home, and it just means so much. I feel like, we were so close last year, and my guys just brought me a great race car, and really just speechless, but just super thankful for all my guys. And this is amazing. So
we just got a lot of wins this year, and I can't thank everybody enough. This man, Will, Dennis, everybody enough. Jerry, Stomp, Jonathan, my parents, all my sponsors: Atlantic Tolo, Top Construction, Toyota, PFC Brakes, Swiss Springs, 9D Creative, Race Products. Yeah, great year. We still have a couple races left to go. Try and forget about today, but yeah, I can't thank everybody enough. It's definitely a great season for us.
Like you said, we're going to.
And we're now joined by the driver who's on his way to his fifth victory lap, the first 200 laps of the race darn near the 300-lap race on Sunday. He also won the championship, the 2025 Appalachian Sucker Punch ASA Stars National Tour Champion. Cole Butcher joins us here on the Bullring. And Cole, it was exciting to see how dominant your car was at Nashville. Man, it would have been great to pay off a great season, right?
No, for sure. We were really good in Nashville. Once we offloaded off the trailer, we didn't necessarily have like the 5-lap speed that everybody else had, but we knew we were really good. So we were kind of the underdog, taking the green flag, and then we kind of just pulled away. It was unfortunate. We had some issues just not go our way the last 100 laps. But we were able to secure the championship, and that's kind of what we went there for. So we turned a bad day still into a good day by the time we were done and went home.
When it comes to the ASA Stars National Tour, you guys are racing against the best competition. Longer races, getting it right. You led in all but one race this year. That's points totals. You gather that. You got stage points more than anybody else. You got more wins than anybody else. In getting ready for that season and almost having their win in the bag before you got to Nashville, I think it was close where maybe not even taking the green flag, you would have won the championship. That kind of run, that kind of effort, how much did that go into the Nashville setup? Did you guys go a little bit on the edge, or did you guys go on kill to get that guitar on Sunday?
We were in kill mode. We didn't have to be there, and we were locked up the championship. So yeah, we were just there to collect checkered flags, and then we just had a bonus to win the championship by the time we went home. But yeah, my Wilson Motorsports guys, everybody on the 28, and everybody at the shop just worked their tails off with all three cars, and we were all pretty good. But yeah, I was definitely very, very happy with my race car throughout the whole race. It was just unfortunate we weren't able to seal the deal, but Dawson Sutton was able to get it done. So I guess if I couldn't win, and one of my teammates couldn't win, I'm a Dawson Sutton fan, so I was okay with it.
Yeah, he had a dominant run on Sunday. For the 2025 season, Cole Butcher's put together an amazing run. 4 wins in 8 races, the first 8 races, 12 top 5s total. You also won the CRA Super Series Championship. You also had a chance to race the Southern Super Series. You got one more race to go there, just 4 points out of the lead in that one. And he snuck in a couple of NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series races this year. Cole, when it comes to the effort you put forth, was everything on this schedule to race as much as you did, or did it just keep going so well that nothing was there to fix? So let's just get the car tuned up and add that one to the schedule. How did that work out for you?
We probably added a couple races to the schedule just to finish off the Southern Super Series schedule, but everything else was pretty well on there other than we added the truck races towards the end of the season. So, yeah, just a busy year. Still trying to figure out exactly what we want to do next year, or whether that's super late model racing or just try to rank up. But, yeah, definitely great time. Got to spend it with my family, my little boy, my wife. A lot of traveling, so it's good to be home here once the New Smyrna and the Derby get over, we'll be able to relax for a month or two.
So when it comes to racing, it's far from over for you. Not only is the data there, the knowledge is there, but another championship could be there, the Southern Super Series. You won the Blizzard Series this year, which I think we'll get to in a moment about how that impacts your run at the Snowball Derby. But racing for the Southern Super Series, those 4 races at Five Flag Speedway count towards the Southern Super Series Championship, but you won the first 3, man. You were on a roll, almost swept it there. Those kind of races also bring others from around the country, so you have had to play in the heavyweight division all season long. When it comes to New Smyrna Speedway this weekend, it's a Saturday afternoon show, the 60th Annual Florida Governors Cup 200-lapper at New Smyrna Speedway. That's a challenge. Your thoughts about going in there and bagging another championship?
I mean, I feel like we were really good there for the ASA race, but it was during the night. We had the unfortunate lock ran out of fuel, so we'll make sure she's topped up. And but I feel like we should be good. Gavin will be really good there, and a number of other competitors. So yeah, we just have to do our work Thursday, Friday, and then just put a good car down and get all 200 laps in, and just make sure you're there for the last 50.
I'm glad you mentioned Gavin Milchell. He had been your combatant when it came to the ASA CRA Super Series. They run some combination races within the Stars National Tour schedule, combination points shows, some standalones, and you raced Gavin for the championship there. It all culminated at the Winchester 400, where you beat him by a single point at day's end by a better finish in the Winchester 400 as a CRA points race as well. I'm glad to see that happened. Were you surprised at all by that outcome, knowing that you were 20-some points behind and you ended up beating Gavin by just that single point?
Yeah, I guess because Gavin's been really strong all year. So I honestly thought Nashville was included. So I'm like, oh, we got a chance. But then we were able to clip off 21 points in one race. So that was pretty good for our team. Like I said, we weren't even trying to get that championship, but we managed to get it. So just it's just testament to how good our season's been, and we still have a couple races left to go, as I mentioned. So hopefully, just the momentum keeps rolling.
The Blizzard Series, those 4 races at Five Flag Speedway lead into the Snowball Derby. The champion, or the highest in points, not already in the show, gets a provisional. There's only 2, the prior champion and the Southern Super Series reigning champion, like you are this year, get a chance to lock in by a provisional if needed for the Snowball Derby. How much does that change your focus in your ninth straight race there now? It would be 9th for sure because you're in no matter what, but you've done the last 8. You haven't yet won that Tom Dawson Trophy, but your thoughts going into the Snowball Derby as a driver who has a little bit of a bonus idea that it's not all about that qualifying run. You can work on race runs.
I mean, who wants to go to the Derby and qualify last, right? So, like you said, we won the last 3 out of 4 races at Pensacola, so I feel like the X is on our back for the probably be one of the cars to beat, other than your Majeskis, your Caden Honeycutts, your Stephen Nasty's, Bubba Pollards. So it's just gonna be a tough race. I mean, I haven't qualified the best there, but I feel like I've raced really good there. And last year we were really good. We had a flat tire. So, yeah, we never really got to show our cards. But other than winning 3 out of 4 Southern Super Series / Blizzard races this year at Pensacola, I feel like we're on top of our game. And they just introduced us new tires, so we're going to put some laps on it here in a couple of weeks and just make sure we're good when we unload on Wednesday and go through tech and then practice Thursday.
With the Hoosier F45s all the way around for the Derby, that changes things. But were you able to test those tires? Were you part of that tire test, or have had knowledge now on what to perhaps expect? Because there's a few chances before the race weekend to get some laps there.
Yeah, I was part of the tire test, and I thought it was good. I had a little bit of more fall off, which I think is what we need. But yeah, I think it's just a tire. I think your top cars are going to be your top cars. But we might just have to pedal it a little bit more, which I'm all for. So, yeah, I guess the tail will tell when we go green flag on Derby Day, and I guess we'll have to wait and see if it's the right decision or not.
Cole, when it comes to racing, I know the championship will be awarded officially during the PRI show at a banquet on that Friday evening. But looking back at the season, I know there's still more to accomplish. Do you have a trophy case that's full of stuff? Do you walk through the shop now and say, that's the car we used for that one, that's the car we used for that one? I mean, there's a lot to process over the 12 months building towards this, but as of right now, you've got some really, really strong runs to kind of take credit for with you and Bon Suss this year. Have you thought about maybe, cataloging every race win? Are you one of those guys, or are you just like, let's go to get the next one? Where's the trophy? That's the one I'm going for next.
Yeah, we do think we have really good notes. That we take care of, and we know what cars are really good where. Like my Pensacola car hasn't been raced since the last Pensacola race, and it'll sit in the corner or used as a backup if needed. But then this weekend we took a fairly new car, and then the race weekend. The car we're taking to New Smyrna is the same car we raced at the ASA race. So we have our cars that like each track, or at least I think they do. And we'll just look back at the notebook and just see what happens. But like I said, I feel like all of our cars have been really good all year, and we can have 3 in a cycle. So yeah, I feel like we could probably take any of them anywhere and just be as competitive.
Last thought is about the team you have surrounding you. It's been a process. Donnie Wilson's been supporting you in every way. Bon Sauce has been leading the way recently with you the last couple of years. How important is that team cohesion? Same guys, same focus, same plan, same guys on the radio, same guys taking notes.
Yeah, it's very important. It's just been very important to me and my family to have the same spotter, same crew, same car chief, same crew chief, just the same guys working on your car each week. You know, you just start to understand each other without even speaking to a point, because they all know what I need, or they all know what their jobs are, and it just you create a great bond with them. It's your basically second family away from home. So I just can't thank Will, Jerry, Bon, Jonathan, Lonnie, all the men on my team. They just do an incredible job. Randy, my tire guy, came on this year, and he's loving every minute of it. So yeah, I just can't thank them enough for everything they do. And I know they want to win just as bad as I do.
Couple more to go. Congrats on your big win and your big championship to celebrate. A couple more races. Another Southern Super Series title could be in Cole Butcher's grasp this coming Saturday afternoon. Also, he's racing for the Tom Dawson Trophy at the Snowball Derby to cap off a great season. What a great time it's been to watch and follow you all season long. Cole Butcher, congrats on the championship. Thanks again for joining us here on the Bullring.
Thank you very much. And I forgot to thank the main guy on my team, Stump. He puts all the spirit in everybody and makes sure everybody is in a great mood when the green flag flies. So we can't forget Stump.
You got it. Cole, thanks again. Congrats to the entire team for the championship.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me.
This Saturday afternoon at New Smyrna Speedway, the 60th Florida Governor's Cup race weekend culminates with the final race of the ASA Southern Super Series and is joined by the Pro Trucks. Friday night features Pro Late models, modifieds of Mayhem, and Sportsman features. Catch it all on Racing America. The Bullring is presented by Turn 1 High Performance Power Steering Products. With over 40 years of racing knowledge in NASCAR, for your Corvette, street car, or super late model, check out their superior steering products with the best components and the best industry upgrades, all with a proven track record and attention to detail. Visit turn1steering.com.
They said I wouldn't make it without a college degree.
They said only a man could be a roofing executive.
They said a former addict always relapses.
They said my amputation would keep me out of roofing.
They said never give an ex-convict a second chance.
They said I could never be a leader.
They said I couldn't support my family as a single mom.
At Rackley, we say they're wrong.
Want to change the world? Change it, one roof at a time.
5-Star Bodies, the most advanced bodies on the market, aerodynamically engineered, manufactured from the highest grade and lightest weight materials, tested tough for optimum performance. The highest quality and most durable products you'll find anywhere. Our products help racers around the world reach victory lane. Winning never looked so good. Faster, lighter, stronger, better. 5-Star.
It all comes down to this. Saturday, November 22nd, it's Championship Saturday at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. A quarter-mile showdown is back with 5 divisions and 6 feature races to decide the 25 champions. CP Racewear Bandoleros, Hess Doctor Frontrunners, U.S. Air Force Legends, Pure Stock, and Pascal Heating and Air, limited late models. Battle for season glory on Nashville's tight action-packed quarter mile. Grandstands open at 1. Racing starts at 2. Don't miss the final race of 25. Championship Saturday, November 22nd at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Be there when champions are crowned. Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway.racing for details.
We get to meet other drivers, team members. People come up to you in the pits and say thank you, and I'm glad you're here. And it's more positive than you've probably heard in a long time. We just want you to get out and understand that there are people who care. Our Safe 22 Motorsports program is made up of partnerships with many disciplines and experience to everyone. You might get to rents, you might not. What I can guarantee you're gonna do is not sit inside your own self-pity, and you're gonna have a good time.
Welcome back to the Bullring. I'm Jim Tretow. A very special initiative was launched just before the All-American 400 with Brad Brown, dad of Carson Brown, who races the number 81 Chevrolet, who raced the second in the points this year, and Misty Melo with Pepper Jack Kennels. And wouldn't you know it, the world's aligned. Pepper Jack Kennels sponsored the Rookie of the Year program all year in the Appalachian Sucker Punch ASA Stars National Tour. Carson Brown won that. But we all get a chance to win something big by this interview because Brad Brown and Save22.vet have been a cause that's been on their race cars all year long. And Pepper Jack Kennels wants to train a dog to provide to a vet or two. So this is exciting to know how we can get involved as viewers, as fans, to get involved in the opportunity to help Pepper Jack Kennels train a dog for one of our very deserving veterans. So, Brad, this is exciting for us to know there's a possibility by helping raise funds to get these dogs trained in the hands of very deserving veterans that you have worked all year long to create awareness for with Save22.vet. Talk about the platform and how exciting this is to involve racing and doing something great for the vets.
Yeah, I appreciate you having us on the Bullring. Yeah, so earlier this year, Carson, my son, and I partnered with Save 22. They have diversion therapy programs for veterans and first responders with PTSD and get them involved in outside initiatives. Motorsports is one of the divisions that they have. They also have an outdoors activity one such as fishing, and they have golfing initiatives as well. We've gotten involved in both the golf and the motorsports initiatives. We've been bringing some veterans out to the track on a regular basis to let them experience and participate in the pits, in the motorsports, or out to the shop, etc. And as part of this, we decided to raise some funds, partnering up with Pepper Jack Kennels to train service dogs. You know, the first initiative this year, and I think Misty has probably pictures of the puppy. I don't know if you can share those today, Misty.
No, I'm on my phone, so I won't be able to.
You won't be able to share. So
Yeah.
we do have our first dog, and I think Misty will pick that puppy up sometime after Thanksgiving or sometime after the Snowball Derby and begin the training.
So when it comes to this, Misty, you have trained dogs as a livelihood, as your profession for a long time. And these Labradors become very special and very knowledgeable in what they need to do with the training. Is it primarily for hunting that you train your dogs? Is it for showing? What is the primary focus of Pepper Jack Kennels, and how is that going to change adapting to hopefully working with a vet that would be in so much great care with a Pepper Jack Kennels trained dog to be at their side?
Well, I retired from training dogs as competition and hunting dogs, and then now I'm just focusing on this program here in training, because to do it right, you really need to just have one or two dogs. You got to take the dog everywhere with you and really expose them to all the environments. So it takes a lot of time, and I don't have time to do the hunting dogs anymore.
But the benefit for all of us is you have the time to make sure this one dog, kind of like Marley, who we saw at that National Fairgrounds Speedway with you, showing the opportunity to really get hands-on with a wonderful opportunity. I say that in several ways because we know how important it is to make sure our veterans are taken care of, and folks with PTSD that are our first responders. It's such a valuable asset to have a dog like that, but it takes a lot of money. And Misty, I think you have something hanging out there. This is an item we can all buy, right? We can buy this online, and the proceeds from the sale of these items goes to help fund what will be the training for this dog.
Yeah, we have t-shirts and sweatshirts. Yeah.
That's the hoodie. The CB is the Carson Brown logo on the front, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And then the back is a wonderful design for this project. It's got Save 22 on there, Carson Brown. It's got Pepper Jack Kennels. So this sweatshirt you can purchase, right? I know one place to go is Carson's socials, right, Brad?
That is correct. You can find it on Carson's social media pages, and you can also find it on the ASA's page.
And Pepper Jack Kennels page.
And Pepper Jack Kennels, yes.
See all this is all tying together? Yeah, it's awesome because the idea is training this dog takes thousands of dollars, and there are some people that have stepped forward Brad has been really helpful and forthcoming with getting the idea of getting this dog, or maybe even more than one dog, if all goes well. You can donate to get that shirt, get the T-shirt or the hoodie. I know StarsNationalTour.com put an article on their website around the All-American Weekend, November 7th. You can search for that at StarsNationalTour.com. But it also has a link at the bottom of the page to go right to donate. And I think that the neat thing about this is we need to keep it going. I know the ASA STARS season's over, but we're talking snowball, we're talking more excitement, more involvement. Misty, how long will it take to get a dog trained properly to be in the right place at the right time for a veteran to have a Pepper Jack kennel trained dog?
It really depends on the dog and how quick they mature, and how well the training, how quick the training goes. But it's a minimum of 15 months.
Wow. So that's a long time. That takes quite a bit of effort to get that for one dog. And if we go more than one, that would extend that timeline. Brad, your son has been doing some amazing things, getting some great awareness for Save22.vet, as well as your other sponsors on your race car. He's been active, and you know exactly where he is at all times, but it's hard to follow him because he's racing a dirt late model 1 week out of your shop. He's racing Anthony Campy's super late model across the country, racing in Scott Lagacy's Trans Am TA2 car. It's exciting to see how this young driver gets to go all places, but one thing's for certain, one constant is Save22.vet is on with him and his program. What's the personal meaning to you and your family to raise so much awareness for this cause?
Yeah, so it's twofold for me. My grandfather committed suicide, and I never had an opportunity to meet him. And that's always been an initiative that I've been interested in supporting. And I have some really close friends that have served multiple tours overseas. Some of my closest friends that have had severe PTSD and have had some of those struggles. And there's not a lot of great programs out there to help them that keep the initiatives going. And they need people like us to help with diversion therapy. They need people like us that can be their 3 a.m. phone call, when they need it. And they need friends at the track or the golf course or out on the lake fishing. And I think this is really important. And it's been fun for me to get Carson involved in the initiative and have him develop some of the relationships that he has with some of these veterans. And, they come to the house and we sit around a campfire and they tell stories. And, they're things that Carson would never have an opportunity or be exposed to. We live in this world where, he's traveling up and down the road and all over the country and doing the things that he loves. And these veterans have sacrificed a lot for him to be able to do that. And I'd love for him to hear those stories and be a part of it.
In every way, an average of 22 veterans take their own lives as part of their. It's just a statistic that we want to make sure that it lessens or dissipates or eliminates because of the awareness and the programs like Save22.vet and gaining that awareness. And Brad, you hit it dead on. It's important to get that number down, and that number is a reality of 22 veterans per day. Decide that's how things may end their life. And when it comes to the awareness, racing can do a lot of great things, and tying this all together with Pepper Jack Kennels, I think, is a great way to not only provide that, but I would think that, next time you see a veteran, or now we just had Veterans Day, it's another way to kind of reflect and think about it. And you're right, for a young teenager, it's got to be a great reward. I'm rambling on here because I'm so excited for this program. Misty, when it comes to training dogs, have you done a lot of training for veterans, or is it for the showing and for the hunting? And will this be a different, a new challenge for you and a new chapter, or something you've done before?
Yeah, I have done one in the past. I'm familiar with it and know how to train them. And, I'm super excited. I also worked in the fire service and then was on the critical incident stress debriefing team. So I'm really knowledgeable on PTSD, and I have a big passion for it also, and to help with that.
Boy, and Misty, it takes a lot of money. We can go to that website, Carson Brown Motorsports, on socials. I saw it on his Facebook page. You can also go to StarsNationalTour.com to click on the story and click on the link at below that. And Brad, I'm guessing we're going to take this on the road, right? Wherever Carson goes, that message follows. What's your schedule with his racing for the near term?
Yeah, so he has the South Carolina 400 coming up in a late model stock. It'll be his first late model stock race since he was 14. So that's coming up November 21st. And then we'll be at the Snowflake and Snowball in December. And we'll have apparel with us at both of those locations. If any veterans want to come out and participate and come into the pits and be a part of the program, they're also willing to, they're welcome to come and do that. If they want to get involved, if anybody knows of somebody that is in need of a service dog and would like to nominate them, they can also do that on our page and send us a message as well.
Carson Brown Motorsports on socials. It's just a wonderful opportunity to be part of something. You get the shirt to proudly wear, but more importantly, you're giving to a great effort here in getting veterans paired with dogs trained by Misty and her expertise and fighting that every day, getting them comfortable, getting them out in the world, getting them to racetracks. It's such a wonderful cause. Thank you both for all the efforts you're making. And we hope we get more than one dog trained, and we're looking forward to seeing how this program can grow. And it's just a wonderful way for us on the Bullring to give some notice to this, and hopefully it's going to grow into something much bigger. Thank you both for your time today.
Thank you.
Jim, thank you for having us on today.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Misty, Melo with Pepperjack Kennels, Brad Brown with Carson Brown Motorsports. Find Carson's socials or visit the series website, starsnationaltour.com.
Rev up for the 60th Florida Governor's Cup 200 at New Smyrna Speedway. 2 nights of heart-pounding racing action, November 14th and 15th. ASA Southern Super Series, Super Late Models 200, Hoosier Pro Late Models, Modifieds of Mayhem, Ashley Holmes, Jack's Trucks, and Sportsman and Epic Battles, and unforgettable moments. Get your tickets now at New Smyrna Speedway, USA.com. Don't miss it!
Legacies aren't built overnight. They're built 1 second at a time. Never taking a lap off, and always pushing the limits. K1, helping you build your legacy from the beginning.
We're the leader in race fuels. We've been doing this since in the 60s. We use our distillation tower, which is unique. No other race fuel companies do that in the world. We also test every single batch that goes out the door on over 15 different parameters that ensure the tune-up will be identical. That consistency in the marketplace that makes us a premium brand.
Make the same stuff every time. We're pretty darn close to perfect.
Looking to start a new career path in motorsports or searching for something new in your racing journey? Racer Jobs is your destination for providing the most current job openings from top racing teams, manufacturers, sanctioning bodies, and suppliers. Whether you're a budding race engineer, a seasoned mechanic, or a marketing ace, we consistently refresh our listings with new roles that could meet your ambitions. Looking for a great candidate as an employer? Then tap into our Racer Jobs audience and database to find that perfect candidate. Go to racerjobs.com today.
Why not give your grill the deep clean it deserves? The CitruSafe Grill Cleaner Complete Bucket Kit has everything you need to get your grill spotless, inside and out. Powered by natural citrus, CitruSafe cuts through the toughest grease and grime safely and easily. No harsh chemicals, no hassle. Recipes taste better on a clean grill.
Welcome back to the Bullring. I'm Jim Tretow. It got pretty exciting Saturday night. It paid $50 grand to win at the Las Vegas Bullring in the 3rd annual Open Wheel Showdown. Let's go right now to the highlights.
It is time to go green in Vegas.
We are coming to the start zone and the flag is in hand. We are green and racing for $50,000 at the Bullring.
Pretty good run through turns 1 and 2. And you see these drivers choosing some different lines as they roll through. We're going to get...
trouble early here in turn 4.
Jojo Hellberg goes around.
Wow. Everyone avoided that. I thought that was going to be a lot bigger than it was. Great driving by everyone. That's what we were worried about, though, is an early trouble on the first lap. We are back green here at the Las Vegas Bullring.
getting on the gas there. Some of them taking the high line. A lot of them have to stay low as they sort themselves out through traffic. They're going to dive into turns 3 and 4. Looking a lot better this time as we roll down the front stretch and 2 laps in to the 100-lap main event of the weekend. Here comes JoJo Hellberg quickly back through the field. And Montgomery, I think your fastest race car on the track has got to be that 17 because that real estate is closing very quick. Oh, and we got the 16 went sideways in front of your leader, and that's going to hold up the Hurricane, and a caution flag flies with 65
now, Willison
laps
has
to go.
a piece of his wing missing.
Bullring, Montgomery, and McGurdio. Here we go.
Dead heat at the line, and they are side by side in turn 1 and 2, but Jeff Montgomery able to take the lead as we can see. We have contact. Bobby Santos is around. As the green flag is back out, and this is a much better restart than even before for Jeff Montgomery with a clear lead in turn 1 and 2.
Kody Swanson going to take advantage on the high side here. Jake Traynor trying to shut the door on Aaron Willison. Willison still going to try to put it top shelf, but now all of a sudden the fastest car on the racetrack has just lost a position there to Kody Swanson. So see if Mike McGurdio can't get that thing dialed right back in. Shut the door, Brad. And around goes Natalie Waters right in front of your leader.
Oh my.
So my goodness, Jeff.
That was close. That was last time around, and he's able to do that once again with a full car length lead heading into turn 1.
Jeff Montgomery takes it now. Kody Swanson. Oh, we got somebody way high over there.
I believe that was Santos.
I think so. He had to kind of let off the gas there, and now he's going to have to work his way back towards the front again. Montgomery, he had ran away earlier. Now he's got Swanson and McGurdio right there with him. So the short run was good. The long run, maybe not.
There's that caution.
As the yellow flag flies for the midway break, 50 laps in to the BitNile.com Open Wheel Showdown, presented by Ask ROI, your Elliott Custom Trailers winged sprint cars.
We are back green at the Bullring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Low lane was the place to be there because Montgomery took it quickly. Now, Wharf just about put his nose underneath McGurdio, and that was going to be a battle for position. And you got him 2, 3,
57 of. Oh my! A huge crash on the front stretch.
Wow, carnage here.
That was a very vicious wreck. But I see the driver already getting out of the car. You can see. Oh, see,
Yep.
That could have been as bad as that was. I'm glad that the car came back down before he went into the wall, because we would have had a car into the fence, which is not good.
And that's what you see Chase trying to get out of the way. Lockwood had to check up, and then the 91 wheel hops the 99 of Corey Lockwood.
What a hit.
And yeah, you see the heavy damage, pieces and parts falling. We are on the go pedal at the Bullring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Another nice start by Jeff Montgomery, as you saw all the drivers run through that speedy draw on the front stretch, but Jeff Montgomery out to lead, but Kody Swanson making a charge on the high side.
Swanson making a move. He's looking to take that lead. Oh, and that door got shut. Swanson takes a peek to the high side. Montgomery, I think he's given it all he's got, but I don't know if he's got enough. Here comes your defending champion, Kody Swanson, Brett, challenging for the lead.
They are side by side down the backstretch. Still side by side in 3 and 4.
He's going to pass him, but he could be in trouble right here with the lapper. Swanson trying to set up the pick on turn number 1 and 2. And he's going to get it done, I think, Brett.
Montgomery, I think, got a little bit loose off of turn 4. Now Kody Swanson to the lead. Lead change, first time tonight here in the Open Wheel Showdown, and now he's extending that lead by at least 6 car lengths. The winged portion of the, we have trouble. No, he saves it. Is he going to save it? No, he did not, and he's going to make slight contact with the inside wall as we are back green, and Jeff Montgomery stuck out his nose, and look at Mike McGurdio take the lead off of turn 4 just briefly. They're still side by side.
Swanson, McGurdio, they're going to bring it out at turn number 4 down the front stretch. Kody going to grab that top spot as everybody behind him still shuffling for position.
Oh, what a heartbreaker. He made all those positions up. He pulls down into the infield. No caution. We'll stay green. We have a spin right in front of our leader. Kody Swanson is able to avoid it. That's Austin Gossel. That was not what Kody Swanson wanted to see out of the front of his race car, but he was able to. We're going to show, I think we have a replay of a restart zone, and Kody Swanson gets a nice restart there and takes the lead in turn 1 and 2.
Yep.
Kody Swanson will have no issues coming through turns 3 and 4.
Yep, Kody doesn't even, look out.
I spoke too soon.
Checkers in the air. Kody Swanson wins the BitNile.com Open Wheel Showdown 2025, presented by Ask ROI. Swanson goes back to back.
And we have the winner with us of the Open Wheel Showdown in Las Vegas just last weekend at the Bullring, Kody Swanson. How does it feel to be another big payday winner?
Hey, it feels pretty good, Jim. Was a lot of fun. Appreciate the chance to come on and talk to you about it.
So I had a chance and opportunity to watch you win in the last two Open Wheel Showdowns, this time in Dick Meyer's number 50M. It wasn't the first time in 10 years like it was a year ago to try to figure out a wing sprint car. What was it like going from last year and winning that race and saying, I think I know what I'm doing, to now proving the fact that you are still one of the best pavement sprint car racers on the planet?
I sure appreciate that. It was definitely a different feeling. Last year, I'd say maybe we were cautiously optimistic and hopeful, and this year there was definitely a little more pressure there, knowing there's still a lot of great competitors to try to contend with, and wondered if we could be in the mix and see how it would work out at the end of 100 laps. But definitely a fun feeling. What a great opportunity! What great people to race with, and a chance to drive a special car too.
The intensity is there, but also knowing exactly what to do. And I would think that the few races you had this year with racing wing sprint cars had to help you, winning a couple of must-see races this year, 2 of the 4 you entered. Was it with this same team?
Yeah. I've been around the 50M a handful of times this summer, and I felt like that helped. Right, I got to learn a little bit on the fly, obviously, out in Las Vegas last year, but got to see a few different racetracks and learn just a little bit more about how the car acts and reacts at some of those different places. So tried to compile all that into trying to be more versatile here when we're back at the Open Wheel Showdown and try to survive some different circumstances. It was just so neat how it worked out for us the year before. I knew we'd have to overcome a few different things this year, doing it again, and felt like we were, maybe I was a little better prepared for it, having had a little more experience recently, but and being with the right people makes all the difference.
What was the difference last year to this year? I couldn't make it this year, but man, I was certainly paying close attention to it. It seemed like Mergoglio and Montgomery, and wouldn't you know, Bobby Santos gets the nose in there to fill the podium late going. I mean, it had to be another challenging run, knowing what was ahead in a very, very stacked field. Tell us how that approach was the last 50 after you made that halfway break change.
Yeah, I mean, it unfolded a little bit different this year. I felt like the pace was really fast. Obviously, Jeff Montgomery has plenty of speed and has for a long time, and he was so fast in the dash the night before. I knew he'd be hard to keep up with, and he obviously dominated the first half. And Bobby Santos is always going to be in the mix with the wing, without, he's there. And Aaron Willison wasn't far behind with us too. And Mike Mergoglio, somebody I raced with on the West Coast, years ago, is obviously really good with the wing on too, and was a big part of that, driving up through there. Drove right by me there in the first half at one point, and tried to figure out how to race my way back through and be there at halfway, knowing the second half would be a challenge, not only to get to the front, but then to be able to hold them guys off late.
Well, it's great to know you bagged another big one, $50,000. And I think in some of your post-race comments, you talked about the importance of this race, not just because you're a full-time racer, but the profile and the ability for your contemporary, Davey Hamilton Jr., to really get this going. It was a dream of his. He decided to take a challenge and a risk and put it on the line. And, boy, it seems like it's a really great deal when you get that big money and a lot of great guys showing up. How important is that for you as a full-time racer, Kody?
No, it's huge. I mean, I give so much credit to Davey Hamilton Jr. I say he got the ball rolling because he's what founded it those years ago, and I feel like obviously he's still so involved and has partners involved with it now too that not only continue to grow it but have made it a marquee event for us. Right? Not only is it, you mentioned it's big paying, so if you're going to race for a living, it's important that way, but the competition is there. The multi-day makes it a really fun event to be a part of, a great event to compete in. You're going as hard as you can on the track every time you're out there, and every time you hit the track, it has a purpose, right? Whether you're preparing for the next day or ahead of qualifying or through the heat and the dash, everything's leading to putting yourself in position to run as well as you can on Saturday night. And so I sure appreciate the effort he put in to get something like this going. I feel like it has helped move our type of racing forward since its inception there a few years ago, and not only that, it's a great event that I look forward to being a part of each and every year.
Winner this year in the USAC Silver Crown Series. Winner this year in the 500 Sprint Car Tour. You win just about everything you possibly can because it's all about putting putting food on the table for those two boys. I know that, and your wife Jordan getting it done. But in reality, it's about relationships. And Tim Bertrand was the one that brought your midget all the way out to the West Coast from the East Coast. The first time you ran the Open Wheel Showdown, you won the midget portion. Then you got Dan Bink's name on the wing. He, of course, part of your sprint car operation and Silver Crown operation. All those people, it makes it seem work. And you got a lot of decals on that car this year. It'd be a lot of fun hitting up a lot of people to take them along for that ride to victory.
Yeah, I mean, I've been really fortunate throughout a career to be blessed with great people around and driving for. And you mentioned Tim and his midget and making that first trip go for me. And Dan and everyone's a part of that. You know, I feel like one of the sponsors on that wing is Lions Transportation, and they were on my very first junior sprint 25 years ago. So it's been great because as I moved to the Midwest, and those relationships change or just different over time because we're racing in a different part of the country. But this event here is far enough west to I feel like to bring all those relationships together. You know, ones I had on the West Coast as I was growing up, and as well as people, from the Midwest and all throughout the country that I've got a chance to meet through a career in racing that has been a huge blessing and so much fun to be part of. And everyone really, everyone from all different corners that I've raced with all rally in to be part of this 50M to help Dick Myers and his crew get us out there to Las Vegas. And thanks, with the help with a tow out from Nick Bohannon, who I run his non-wing sprint car, and everyone's part of that team. They say it takes a village, for in so many different ways. And for me, it makes it all the more fun because, not only does it help make it happen, but I really enjoy the fact that we get to share in that success, that excitement with so many of our friends and family.
Big time. All earned, all well worth the effort, all well worth the run with you. When it comes to the end of 2025, there's a few more shots out on the West Coast, Turkey Night. Maybe there's a race coming up in December or two, indoor, maybe, I don't know. Anything on the docket for you? If the phone rings, you're going to jump at it, or you already got something planned already that you can tell us about?
No, not for me for the end of the year. I think there's some really important dirt midget races coming up for our friends on the USAC National Tour. I'll be glad to follow along, to watch with them. But I don't know if I'm too old or too soft, or maybe both to do well on those. So I sure enjoy the show they put on, and I know they got a Rumble in Fort Wayne here at the end of the year. But I'm usually out west for Christmas. It's important to see family and friends for that. And so we'll be looking ahead to 2026 to see what that holds next.
For those watching this program that maybe you're just stock car guys and gals, I know that Kody Swanson is a very accomplished racer. I also know that in 2016 you won the Pro Late Model World Series of Asphalt Stock Car Racing. You've raced in the ARCA Series and finished top 10 at Salem. There's an opportunity, I think, if you had given the chance, if you think about racing a stock car, Kody would also probably take that phone call too, wouldn't you? I mean, there's opportunities, but as a full-time racer, man, I guess maybe I'm wishing and hoping more opportunities come your way in any form of racing because you've proven to be a champion no matter where you race. Any thoughts about maybe returning to a taxi cab, as my friends back in the old Open Wheels days would say?
Yeah, I mean, I actually had some friends reach out and tried to pursue a chance maybe at the Winchester 400 this past year. So it didn't quite come together in time, which that's all right. That's how things happen sometimes. But I appreciate the chance to have been considered, right? And look forward to maybe next year and see if a few of those might come back. I did get to run this past summer at Killcare, driving for Team Platinum again that I raced for there in New Smyrna, and great to have those relationships continue even here these years later to have a little fun behind the wheel. And you're right, Jim. I'd be glad to do it. Anything with with wheels in a roll cage, I think I'm into. But I guess I even drove a Indy Pro 2000 one time and had some fun with that. So.
I saw you win. You won at IRP. Yeah, I saw you. You won that one.
We did. We had some fun at a familiar place, and like I said, all that includes great people to be involved with all along, and so always would always be glad to entertain the right opportunity for any of them.
And I just want to highlight one more thing: your ability to win races as big and high profile as the Open Wheel Showdown says something. To win 4 straight Winchester races when it comes to the USAC Silver Crown. It's amazing to know, Kody, how involved you are in keeping your performance level at the highest possible level in this ever-world changing of technology. How often do you spend, how much time do you spend yourself preparing a race car you're going to race, given a chance to given notice to go racing?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say each situation's different. You know, I look back at this year, and I think I drove 11 different cars for different people and in different divisions and different just types of race cars, right? So each one is a little bit different. Just depends how the team is structured. And I'd say, with the Silver Crown stuff, I've really been involved because I was the one that had the most experience in it as I got to those opportunities. And same, with maybe Timber Trans Midget, and we were working on that non-wing program together and things like that. And I think that's one of the things I've enjoyed so much about about this wing sprint car and driving for Dick Myers is that I came in with the least amount of experience, certainly in the last decade, and they had a program that was really well sorted out. And so for this one, I had a unique opportunity just to focus on the driving part. So I did do a lot of studying and looking at a lot of lap times and just trying to be familiar with that part of the job, but really can rely on so much him and what his team and what they all do together. They work so well together and prepare the car and bring it out there and help execute, right? So each one's different. I'm more involved in not a lot of times, but this one sure is fun to just focus on the driving.
Well, it's been a blast catching up with you here on the Bullring. And in terms of racing in the short track world, would not be right if we didn't have you on our program. So I want to thank you for your time. And it comes after a huge win. The Wheel Showdown paid $50,000 to win the sprint car portion of a 5-division race. It was all in speed sport. Great to watch and review, and great to relive a few minutes with you here and help celebrate the big win in Las Vegas. Kody, thanks for your time tonight.
Hey, thanks, Jim. I sure appreciate the chance to call and catch up, and thanks for recognizing that. It was a huge event for us, a lot of fun to be part of, and always enjoy the Wheel Showdown.
Stay tuned to the Bullring, a national short track racing podcast presented by Turn 1 High Performance Steering Products.
Better than a bootlegger. Way better than a bootlegger. Pretty good. Very blueberry. Highly recommend this to anybody out there. It's pretty good. 10 out of 10 right there.
I think it's delicious. I had the peach, I had the grape at Five Flags. Trying the pina colada right now. Feels like I'm on the beach somewhere. It all comes down to this. Saturday, November 22nd, it's Championship Saturday at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. A quarter-mile showdown is back with 5 divisions and 6 feature races to decide the 25 champions. CP Racewear Bandoleros, Hess Doctor Frontrunners, U.S. Air Force Legends, Pure Stock, and Pascal Heating and Air, limited late models. Battle for season glory on Nashville's tight action-packed quarter mile. Grandstands open at 1. Racing starts at 2. Don't miss the final race of 25. Championship Saturday, November 22nd at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Be there when champions are crowned. Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway.racing for details.
Calling all race fans. We have launched a new travel site where the race fans can enjoy free savings and upgrades on all of their travel needs. RacerTravel.com is free to join and unlocks unpublished bookings and rates for our racing community. Up to 50% off on more than 1 million rooms across the U.S. and Canada with unpublished discounts on hotel bookings. Unlock a hidden selection of hotels and rates that cater to your travel preferences. Whether you're heading out to the track as a competitor, fan, or anything in between, use Racer Travel for all your race, business, and vacation travel needs.
Located in Nova Scotia and New Brunswick, Atlantic Tilt Load is your trusted partner in specialized transportation across Canada and into the United States. With a fleet of tilt decks, boom trucks, lowboys, and tractor trailers, we handle oversized and long-haul freight with precision and care. Need it there fast? Our 24-hour hotshot service is standing by. Wide load? We've got certified vehicle escort services ready to roll. Atlantic Tilt Load, family roots, North American reach.
Rev up for the 60th Florida Governor's Cup 200 at New Smyrna Speedway. 2 nights of heart-pounding racing action. November 14th and 15th. ASA Southern Super Series. Super late models. 200. Hoosier Pro late models. Modifieds of Mayhem. Ashley Holmes, Jack's Trucks, and Sportsman and Epic Battles. And unforgettable moments. Get your tickets now at New Smyrna Speedway, USA.com. Don't miss it.
We're the leader in race fuels. We've been doing this since in the 60s. We use our distillation tower, which is unique. No other race fuel companies do that in the world. We also test every single batch that goes out the door on over 15 different parameters that ensure the tune-up will be identical.
That consistency in the marketplace that makes us a premium brand. Make the same stuff every time. We're pretty darn close to perfect.
Welcome back to the Bullring, presented by Turn 1 High Performance Steering Products. They've been great supporters of our program. They want to take care of your short track car, your autocross car, or your street car. Go to turn1steering.com. They've been a great supporter of ours all season long. We want to thank them for their support. There's still some great racing going on this season. By all means, get their short track before time runs out in 2025. It's now time on the Bullring to go around the horn, celebrating champions and recent race winners here from across North America. We want to thank our guests for being on the program tonight. Kody Swanson from Save 22, Vet and Pepperjack Kennels, Brad Brown with Carson Brown Motorsports, and Misty Melo. And what a great time we had with the champ, Cole Butcher, taking some time with us after he celebrates his championship in the ASA Stars National Tour. He's racing this weekend at New Smyrna to try to bag another ASA championship at the Southern Super Series. A lot still going on. We also want to say this is our final Bullring for 2025. I hope to see you at Pensacola, Five Flag Speedway, or maybe at the PRI show before that. We do want to thank our friends at Racing America and Track TV for all the production help and everything they've done to support this program, especially our producer, Kurt Schrader. I'm Jim Tretow. Thanks for watching the program all season long. Hope to see you at a Bullring real soon. The Bullring, with executive producer and host Jim Tretow. Kurt Schrader, producer. Vincent Villarreal, video editor. Special thanks, Bob Sargent and Marty Melo at Track Enterprises. Colin Smith with Racing America and Tony Stevens. The Bullring is an exclusive presentation produced by Track Enterprises in conjunction with Racing America.